Morning, y'all. Um, just watching Taco Carlson. Frick, learn to talk. Um, he was arguing with a guy about this Putin thing, and they were arguing about Trump, and they were arguing about all kinds of stuff. Collusion, that's so stupid. Hillary was busted for as much collusion or more than Trump was. And actually, she was busted for framing Trump. It's all in court right now. Ugh. But their whole argument, both sides, is a non-argument, because you got Tucker. The way I worded it in my comment was like they're arguing over a dog, but one of them saying that it's a cat and the other one saying it's a horse. So they're never going to argue about the right thing, right? It's just frustrating to listen to because you're both stupid. The American and Canadian and British regimes have been the most evil regimes to ever fucking grace this planet. You know, you guys all talk about Hitler. Oh, Hitler, oh. We're way worse than fucking anything Hitler ever did. The American government goes around and blows the shit out of countries all the time. They've been at constant war trying to spread their fucking democracy, which is a mockery. Mockery is the root word of democracy. To mock someone is to fucking make fun of them. It's so fucking frustrating. It's like you guys don't even think that the words make any definitions of words don't matter. But they do. Every word is that word for its reason. It has a root to the word. It came from somewheres and it means something specifically. Words are spells as well. So you can't. Whatever. Anyway, comparing Putin to Hitler is probably just, except what you think Hitler isn't just. There weren't 6 million Jews in existence in Germany, in Poland. There weren't that many to begin with. My family escaped. I'm here in Canada. So that's even less than 6 million, right? Ben Shapiro's family escaped. The list goes on and on. All those Jews in politics, all those Jews in NASA, all those Jews in the Federal Reserve, all of them fucking survived, right? And there weren't 6 million to begin with. So therefore, right? Now, that's not to say that Hitler wasn't a fucking psychopath. He hung out and rubbed elbows with the Queen and with the American politicians and with all those other guys and Canadian politicians and all the big CEOs and the Irvings and all these people. So yeah, he is as evil as every fucking one of them are. But every one of them are. All of them are that evil. There isn't one exception. Justin Trudeau, Joe Biden, your precious Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, all of them. Putin, Kim Jong Il, all of them. Winnie the Pooh, all of them. in the same boat. They all hang out in the same crowds. They all are members of the same club. Um, Putin goes to Davos. People think, oh, Davos, that's going to be fake or something, or most lay people don't even understand what Davos is. They think Davos is, they underestimate it. Even when you tell them about it, they're like, nah, it doesn't exist. And then you say, well, it's this and here, and then like you can go look it up on the internet. It exists. They're very open about it. Um, they're like, oh well, it doesn't exist that way. What do you mean it doesn't exist that way? I just had somebody say to me, we didn't have that conversation. And I said, well, I remember exactly what you said, word for word. Do you remember saying these words? And they were like, oh, well, I didn't mean those words that way. That's the logic of the whole world. Or not the whole world, I'm sorry. Probably a couple of the people that actually watch these videos aren't like that, but the bulk of them that we have to deal with are like that. And my haters, the guys that are always commenting on these videos that hate me or whatever, God bless every one of yous. That wasn't a satanic symbol, by the way, guys. I was playing with that ring. That's what I'm doing, if you're wondering. I know all those symbols, right? And the hidden hand and all that stuff. But a lot of times, people talk with their hands and will do things. It's okay. Um, Not realizing what they are, not realizing what it is they're doing. They found pictures of Tesla, and he was doing one of those symbols. I don't think it was the hidden hand. I think it was something else. It was maybe, I don't remember what symbol it was that he was doing, but I do it constantly. This especially. Um, a lot of times it doesn't mean shit. I had the Illuminati approach me a while back. Um, I told them to bug off 3, 4 times. Different people kept approaching me, different members, right? So finally, I prayed about it, and then I watched church, and the sermon that I clicked on. No, I prayed about it. I think I went online, something. I don't remember what it was, but um, Solomon came up in his proverb that you can only a fool hears one side of the story and makes up his mind. So I worded that wrong, but you get the gist of it. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to hear these guys out because I got that. I clicked on like a Facebook page and that popped up, and then I clicked on YouTube and that popped up in a video, and it was just like too much, right? And it all popped up, but all at the same time, just as I prayed about it. So obviously, God wanted me to hear these people out. That's bugging me too. Ugh, finicking with myself. I'm so pretty. I gotta fix myself up. Jeez. So the gonna bite me. Um, the oh, you're too big to do that, kitty cat. I forget what I was talking about. It's your fault. Duh. Wow, I forget everything I was just talking about. That's amazing. I hate when I do that. Happens all the time. Somebody was trying to tell me that he has a brain injury. He had a concussion 8 years ago or something. And he uses this as an excuse. He doesn't work, and his doctors are like, "Oh, probably time for you to go back to work." And he's like, "No!" He freaks right out. Anyway, and that's one of his excuses to his doctors. "Oh, I forget things all the time. It could be because you fucking smoke dope, fucking steady all day long." No. And he drinks. Fuck. Your brain doesn't heal from one night of drinking. It takes 6 months. So if you drink 2-3 times a year, you're brain damaged. You shouldn't really express your opinion too much because it's the opinion of somebody who's brain damaged. Anyway, it was frustrating to listen to Tucker and this guy. It's frustrating to listen to all the show hosts sometimes when they get so self-righteous about democracy and how it is a mockery. They never realize it. That's what I was talking about, was how people just live in these fucking fantasy worlds. Like everything in their imagination is real or something. Like they imagine this world where you can trust the government, where you have to vote and all this stuff. And it's like, have they lied to you before? Yeah, they've lied to us before. Have they lied to you quite a bit? Well, yeah, they've lied to us a lot. Do they listen to you? No. When you protest, do they leave you alone or change? No. They usually fucking shut us down in some way. Fucking spray us with fire hoses. Shit like this. Oh, well then it must be a free country. We're so free, it's unfucking real. We're doing good. And then you wonder why I gotta fucking opt out and go live in my fucking van in the woods. It's like, you guys are fucking insane. All of yous. You're fucking insane. And then you think that your genius is fucking through the roof and you're the smartest generation ever and you got this huge chip on your shoulder as a society of all of this fucked up knowledge that doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. And none of yous actually know it. If you actually knew any of it, you'd be like, this is stupid. Why do you teach this in school? This is fucking retarded. This doesn't make any sense. But you don't even look. You're just like, yeah, okay. Trust the school board. Oh, well, the teachers couldn't all lie. Well, the teachers are fucking just as stupid as you are, you brain dead fuck. You've been brainwashed since you were a little baby kid. I couldn't believe how long it took to flip my brain and shut that off. And I don't think it's all off. Like, I still say globally or shit like that, like all the time, or whatever. We'll say some good things about our government here and there. It's so frustrating, and because it's right there. Like, we're so close to actually being a good society, or we were so close to actually being a good society and being the best society and having that, what you guys think we actually do have. Because you think we're there. A lot of you think we're at the pinnacle of human whatever existence, and that we're the best that we could possibly be. We're not. We're nowhere near it. We've got it easy. We've got it good for sure. But that's not even good. Easy times make soft men. Soft men make hard times. Hard times make hard men. Hard men make easy times. Easy times make soft men. It's just a circle. Oh, excuse me. So, to have it all easy all the time is not good. Look what it did to our society. We're a mess. And we're such a mess that we're fighting over things like multiple genders that don't exist. And over pronouns. That really don't matter. You fight over a pronoun, but you won't get it riled up about democracy being a complete mockery of you. Like they're mocking you. Just laughing it up while you guys fight and try to spread democracy around the world. It's crazy. So, to compare Putin to Hitler is just. But you could compare any top world leader to Hitler. They're all in the same club. They're all in the same group. They get their marching orders from the same guy who get... There's an easy way to explain this to most people. Klaus Schwab is actually Darth Vader, right? And then Bill Gates, he would be the one of the captains of the guy that Vader would like get in an argument with, and he'd choke him. But then the emperor would be like, "Let him go." Well, the emperor would be the leader of the Rothschild family, which we believe is Jacob, but we're not really sure. But he's the oldest male. Now, the heat was coming down on the Rothschilds big time for being so rich and for this and that and for being the family that owns the banking system that we go to. So they wanted to minimize their fortune. So they've let Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates and these guys all hold the money and be the face of the power. But the real power is still held by them. They could choke out either of those two at any moment. Like, Bill could be totally annihilated. And they're not the only two. They're a couple of the big ones. The Clintons, right? Are also in there. And they, and if Bill stepped out of line, Schwab and the Clintons and all them would attack him and they would crush him quick. And he'd be gone. Right? Or Schwab did, or if the Clintons did, or whatever, right? Jeffrey Epstein, whatever. It doesn't matter. Once any of them become a liability, they can just be, they're kind of important to the plan right now, but really they're totally expendable. Right, so Bill with all the divorce and all this stuff going on, and him pushing that vaccine so hard, and it really not doing anything that it was said to do, and everything about it kind of failed. So his popularity is coming down a bit, but he's not a liability. He's just not the front man anymore. He's not the best with his creepy Kermit the Frog like looks and his creepy body language. I know people. I know a person. He's the richest guy that I know, and his body language is so much like Bill Gates that it's scary. It freaks me out. They're both evil, greedy people. Um, but it lets me see how fucking evil Bill could be. You know, um, just walk over your best friend or your mother. Wouldn't matter if it was for $5. I see that guy rip his best friend off every day for $6, $6, $8, whatever you can get out of him. Half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, anything. Work him like a slave. The guy's fucking pushing 70. He works him 50, 60 hours a fucking week and pays him fucking shit. Impossible to get a raise from. And and then we'll nickel and dime you at the end of the day over a half an hour or 20 minutes or 15 minutes and want to get you for that $2 as much as he can. And it's like, okay, you can do that to me maybe, but this other guy, man, he's your best friend. That's your only friend that I've fucking seen around, really. And you know, you've worked with them, you grew up around them, you fucking were together like your whole lives, and you're gonna fucking do them like that. It's just, when you're sitting on, because then the other guy, he's older still, so he's in his 70s, and he's sitting on millions, and his kids are all doing good. So it's not like he is desperate for that $2 or whatever. And he's a workaholic, moneyaholic, I guess, because he's just constant. That's all he does. He doesn't care about his seeing his grandkids or being around anybody, or he does that a bit, but I mean, that's not his priority. Hanging out with the wife, going boating, playing, whatever, none of that. It's all money, money, work, work, scams. Rip off everybody that he fucking works for. Send you to jobs, and he'll rip off the. It was frustrating. It was fucking frustrating. But unbelievable how much their body language is the same, and their face tones, and just everything about them. It's fucking creepy. Anyway, I don't know, whatever. I think it's a demon. It's a possession, an evil spirit. Um, when they get too much control, they manifest themselves. There goes the kitty. Um, so, what they'll do, when I noticed it one night with a friend of mine trying to have sex with me, and she became somebody else. Her eyes changed, and then she was saying things and doing things that I recognized from me in the past when I used to be a pervert too, right? And had that same demon all over me, and had the same logic loops and things of this nature, right? Anyways, and then another guy was at a store and he fucking come right aboard me and he started freaking right out, fucking cursing and swearing and yelling and going on, and I seen it in his eyes, and I seen this like a rage demon or whatever. And I used to see it in one of my good friends in elementary school. He always had all this rage. He'd like destroy his Nintendos and bust TVs and fucking wreck shit constantly. He'd always be destroying all his shit, and he was spoiled. So his parents would just keep buying him more shit. He'd just keep fucking destroying it. Every time he'd go to like, oh, let's play. You got that new game? No, I don't have it. I don't have any controllers, or my TV's busted, or whatever. The constant. And anyways, I seen that same rage demon in that kid, and you could see it in his eyes. His eyes changed. Like again, he wasn't himself. He wasn't in control. And that money demon, he's a different one. He's sly, and he's not calm, or he's not angry. He's really calm, and slick. And Bill Gates, you can just see that. Bill Gates, you'll see it in his body language and the way he talks and the way he moves and his facial expressions, things like this, becomes very, very apparent. It's just evil. And anyway, I'm gonna let you all go because it's half an hour, and maybe have a shower. But I don't know how to keep telling you, but it's our governments. All governments are all together, and they're all evil together. There isn't one that's more evil. And if there was, it would be ours. It would be Joe Biden or Donald Trump or whoever was in control at the time, with Trudeau and with whoever, what's his name, Blair over there, or whoever it is now over in the UK. We're the evil ones. Boris Johnson, those guys. So, when you're watching whomever, whether it be Tucker or whether it be Louder, Crowder, or whatever, any of those shows, they're all good, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can get really good partial information from them, but just keep in mind that it's always partial or impartial, and there's always, even if they're oblivious to it, which they are, they're oblivious to a ton, and they're coming from a narrative as well, and they're pushing narratives that they don't even realize that they're pushing half the time. It's just, that's how brainwashed we all are. You're programmable, and you are programmed already. Have a nice day.